One lesson you learned that nobody taught you, that nobody said or warned you about.
Oh my God, where do I start? Every single thing. I feel like nobody actually tells you the truth about like motherhood.
Yes.
Like they tell you it's gonna be hard, but they don't tell you like how hard it's gonna be. Because if they did, nobody would have kids.
100%. Do you know what? I didn't know that sleep regressions were a thing. I knew that like sleep was a nightmare.
Yeah.
But I thought that once they got to 6 months and they just slept throughout the night, but that is not the truth. And I also didn't know that all babies just don't like to sleep. Like she's not a big sleeper, she has major FOMO and she always likes to know what's going on. So sleeping is like her thing. And I had no clue. I just thought babies love to sleep and they sleep all day.
Yeah,
But
I think I got lucky on that end with like sleep. Lucky, but like I did do a lot. I like read up a lot on it before he came. I still didn't really know about the sleep regressions. Or even when you do, you think it's gonna be like certain times, but then it's like every other week they're having a sleep regression.
Honestly, exactly that.
Yeah, I think the food as well. Like you go from giving them bottles to all of a sudden they're having 3 meals a day. You're like, but how much food? Like, I don't have 3 meals a day. How am I gonna feed you 3 meals a day? And like, what are you supposed to eat?
And do you ever have guilt about like what to give them, or like? So I always feel really bad. I'm like, oh my God, you've had potatoes like twice in a day.
That's
like,
me with the scrambled eggs.
Like what else can I give you for like lunch?
Like, does he know that he's had scrambled eggs all week? I'm like, let me switch it up, put some ketchup on it or something. Like, keep it interesting. I think no matter how hard it is, like you could have been up all night and then in the morning maybe they have their first like laugh or their first chuckle and you don't even care that you've not slept in 2 months and he's gonna break this. So yeah, I think there's like so much beauty in it, but it just shows you, it makes you respect your own mom.
Yeah, oh my God,
more.
yes, that is so true.
Not that we did it before, but
it's
you
like
just
a new
see
level.
a whole new level, a whole new side of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Joy for me is just watching her like grow up in real time. Like it's the strangest thing.
Yeah.
You know, and it just goes so quick, doesn't it? Because our kids are around the same age, and it's just like it just feels like a second ago I was pregnant.
Yeah.
And now she's like walking and just opening. It's just the weirdest experience, but the happiest I've ever been. My favorite era and version of myself for sure.
Yeah, I think it's all like mind blowing. I think you like look at them and it's so strange. Even when I say now like he's 14 months and even when I say like, oh my son, I'm like, oh.
I know, it still feels really
Yeah, it's like you're cosplaying the entire time, but then you're looking at this like little person turning into a little human and you can see yourself in their face and you can see your partner in them and it's the weirdest thing. I don't know if it'll ever be normal. But yeah, I mean, there is so much beauty to it. Just watching them, every day is something different.
Like for them, everything is the first thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that as well. Yeah. Like when we went on our first holiday, even just taking him like on the beach for the first time, or like bubbles are like his favorite thing. It's his actual first word. And him like blowing bubbles and him going, wow. Like it's amazing to see that through their eyes. So I think now as, you know, we're in our adulthood, basically a teenager, but you know, things aren't as exciting anymore. Like we've been there, we've done that, we've seen it all, especially with the internet and everything now. And seeing them be so excited about like the smallest things is pretty incredible.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things, just seeing like the world through her lens, just all the things that we take for granted, and just seeing someone be so, seeing someone be so excited over a ball.
Yeah, or the cars.
Or the cars, or just anything, like it's just the cutest thing ever. Understanding your individual child as well, because they're all so different, and it's like it's not one size fits all for every baby. You know? But yeah, absolutely beautiful as well at the same time. It's just the happiest I've been.
I think, yeah, it is a mess. It's chaos. But I think it's also like rediscovery. I think that's like my favorite thing is just also like just healing my own inner child through raising him and through being the parent for him that maybe I wanted for myself as a child. And I think all the things that we do for them, you are healing your own little baby inside, because you're like, oh, like I remember wanting to be spoken to in this way, or fed these things, or dressed this way, or had this toy, or even just have the attention of my parent in the way that, you know, you're now being able to give to them. So I think all of that just changing the narrative, like changing history, I guess, and just making it your own. Right?
She's like, if you're gonna make me stand here, I'm gonna talk.
Being a parent at this age especially, and sorry, but being a mom at this age, you're constantly performing.
Oh my God, yes.
Like you're performing to get them to sleep, you're performing to get them to eat, you're performing to get them to play.
Yep.
Everything is performing, like you're on. And then you put them to bed at night and you have like 1 hour where you're like, okay, this is my adult time.
Yep.
But also I need to go to sleep because I need to have energy for tomorrow
That's
to keep
the thing.
going.
Oh my God, it's like, that's exactly that. Like when they finally go down and you're like, okay, I could like binge watch my shows or I could sleep. Like
exactly.
what is the decision?
I'm like, I have this 1 hour here where I'm gonna pour my little wine.
Yes.
And I'm gonna sit here and like just forget about everything. But then you see it hitting like 10 o'clock and you're like,
Yeah, any minute they're gonna wake up.
I gotta go.
Yep, that is my life.
Kind of a doom scroll on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God, that is my favorite thing to do in bed. Like when
The
she's
naps?
sleeping, I'm just like, scroll.
I'm just
Scroll.
And then I feel guilty after because I'm like, should I be doing something productive with my time? Like I have 45 minutes of free time right now, and I've just spent it all on TikTok.
Yep, the story of my life as well, honestly.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to take your little bits of joy where you
Yeah.
can get them because your life is no longer about you. And it's like, you're never off, are you? Because even when they're sleeping, you're still thinking, are they going to wake up? Are they going to roll off the bed? Have I looked at the camera enough? Like, once you become a mum, you're just,
You're always
there's
on.
no space to be off ever.
I think that's the
Yeah.
difference as well between like being a mom and being a dad. Is dads can just shut off,
Oh,
but I feel like
definitely.
for us it's like an instinctual thing. You know, even sometimes I wake up before he wakes up, and I just know he's about to. You know, it's a weird thing. Whereas dad's like, we'll just be sleeping, knocked off. My partner won't even hear when he
Same.
wakes up at night. You know what I mean? Whereas I'm like, okay, like I'm pretty sure that was his head hitting the side of the crib right now. Let me go straighten him out.
Yeah,
You're
same.
on and all day, 24/7.
You're happy. That's good.
It is different. I think it's changing a lot now with like the roles and dads like stepping in a lot more.
Stay-at-home dad.
But it's still not. It's just not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah,
Like,
a mother's touches. That's a saying for a thing,
Yeah.
for a reason, and I totally agree. It's like the men are becoming way more hands-on, but I just think that innate, just nurturing and protection. I just think there's nothing like it.
yeah, and just the knowing.
Yeah,
Like,
the
and
knowing, yeah.
Even when your partner's on, it's still like, oh, well, what
Oh,
size,
he's on with
what size
instructions.
bottle? Like, what? I think, should I change him? Or like, what? Why do you think he's upset? Or just all the little things. What do you think I should feed him? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I also don't know. You know. But yeah, so it's a different responsibility.
Yeah.
There's no like guidebook for you guys to like read and like know what to do. It's just more
Yeah.
specific as well.
Yeah,
And
it's
you
just
learn
figuring
this
it out.
every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think no matter how much preparing you tried to do before, nothing can actually prepare you because, like you just said, it is just going day by day and figuring it out as you go and learning on the spot because they're so different. Sorry, I thought he was about to climb on that chair. Yeah, they're all just so different. You never know what you're gonna get.
Every day is different.
That's it.
Yeah.